那你现在玩另外一只哦？那你不是说你要再练吗？跟练很累，我自己也是练到干，觉得心累累，然后后来用转的。你有很多分身，对不对？全部都有球语言吗？
And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's East versus West, where the Miami Heat will be looking to make a statement. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games. And it's in there. Tonight's matchup, two transition offenses. Steve, over your 14 NBA years, who are some of your favorite teammates to run the fast break with?
You know, one that comes to mind was probably the quickest, Tony Parker. I mean, when he first entered this league, he had jets.
Yep. Now here's Millsap. Johnson with the block. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Now here's Johnson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
That's his first foul. Cousins inside. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively. Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Now here's Johnson. The jump hook. It's good.
This is what it means to be a catalyst. His offense helps set the tone for a lot of what they do.
Here's Cousins to end the run. And it's blocked. And he keeps control of the ball.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
Here's Johnson. And even though Spencer Dinwiddie had a breakout year, he felt that his time was long overdue.
Yeah, and between the injury in college and kind of being buried on the bench, he's had to overcome a lot and has always believed in himself. And he feels when matched up head-to-head with most guards, he's going to come out on top. Showed exactly why he believes in himself so much with that breakout season in 2018.
And Miami making a change here. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And they double up Cousins. In the corner, Smart with it. Back to Cousins. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And the 3 off target. So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
They have plenty of ball handlers and athletes on this Heat's roster. Despite that, they play at a slow pace. That's just the team's MO.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Well, offensively, the Heat don't run, but they're not shy about gunning.
They don't run, but they shoot a lot of three-pointers. You need that shot to compete in today's game.
Here's Cousins. The layup missed.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And Johnson now top of the key. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Cousins. Got it. Good job in the low post.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Now here's Johnson. Here's the lob to the hoop. Shot by Zeller, no good.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
You know, because it's all about timing. Just unable to connect. One of those plays you really want back.
And Tyreke Evans is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now a timeout called by Portland.
You look at Wes Johnson, a perfect frame for playing hoops. 6'7", long arms, all the tools athletically.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And taken away by Johnson. And again, it's DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 8 points.
I mean, one thing about DeMarcus, he's never had much of a problem scoring with contact.
And Wesley Johnson, the 4th overall pick, Smitty, back in 2010, went ahead of Paul George and DeMarcus Cousins, to name 2.
Played 2 seasons at Iowa State, 1 at Syracuse, a primetime player with the Orangemen, a quality role player in the NBA now.
Evans attacking. Back to Johnson. Heat moving the ball around to the middle. That one misses. Now Portland takes it the other way.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Bogdanovich, know what? The Heat with the lead. Johnson left side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Johnson's got his first basket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Johnson inside. Here's Zeller. Plays it up off the glass.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. .55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Evans. Second shot opportunity. Cousins inside. He's got 8. A 3 ball. Kept alive. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Portland called for the foul.
Some call him a star. Some call him a tease. Cousins is somewhere in between the 2.
And for DeMarcus Cousins, it's just good to see him back and seemingly not with any ill effects of that Achilles injury.
Injuries like that are always scary, especially to big men. With Cousins, you never worried about him missing so much time. The concern was him regaining all his burst and agility.
Of great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Already his second foul here in the first makes it a tough decision whether to leave him in or not.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
And he banks in the layup. Cousins has got 14 points for the game.
If you thought that was an easy score for DeMarcus, you're right. He has endless moves to work with in the painted area.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for the Miami Heat. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. We come back right. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Fun to watch. They give you no time to set up on defense, and we see that reflected in the score.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Pass to Hammonds, and he dunks it down.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
Outside, Smart. And the wide open shot from Evans. And a miss there on the triple.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
Inside. Johnson outside. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Steve, you were kind of a positionless player when you played 6'8", highly skilled. Talk about some of the guys who really fit that bill in today's game.
I think guys like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Jason Tatum does a fantastic job. Ben Simmons, Jaylen Brown, he's done a nice job. Gordon Hayward. Those are the guys that are 6'8", 6'7", can do a lot of different things at that position. One of the best also at that position, Andre Iguodala, to be able to switch out on offense and also play different positions on the offensive end.
Excellent list. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Pass to Cousins. 13 feet away. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
100% in the zone tonight. A score. Cousins making it look easy.
The shot's good. The Heat leading by 3. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his 2nd season in the league. And he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. They're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, D.A.
You don't need to set up Cousins. He's more than capable of creating his own shot.
And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
Rebound by the Trailblazers.
That's just 2 tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Blakeney misses. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Miami Heat. It's a three-point game. He tries for three. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Trailblazers on offense. Johnson left side. And he comes up with the deuce. Johnson's got 8.
He turned on the Jets. As soon as he got that screen, they went right to the hole. Great decision making there.
Cousins. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
I think the body control is the most impressive element about DeMarcus Cousins. He's a well-coordinated athlete.
And then Biyombo with the dunk.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay. There does come a time when you haven't made anything all quarter long. Pass the rock.
And stolen by Vonleh. And now Portland on the break. Blakeney misses.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Johnson with it. He's picked up by Cousins. Trying to get open is Johnson. Yes, that goes in. Vonleh's got his first points of the game. Well, Eric Spoelstra working his way up through the Heat organization, and I hear eventually interested in moving into the front office someday.
And I would say it will be with the Miami Heat, a very loyal, close-knit organization. His dedication and commitment, second to none.
And the dunk by Vonleh.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Knocks it loose. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Tyreek has solid floor awareness. Outstanding at knowing when one of his guys is open.
Johnson gets the bucket.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Cousins throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Biyombo, that's good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Goes up the baseline. Here's Evans. Pass to Cousins. Tries again. Here's Olynyk. And finally they hit one.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
哎，你4练跑了吗？最后一次。
Vonleh down low. And the dunk by Vonleh.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
No doubt that could be a gigantic swing in momentum given how that sequence developed.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 2. Back after this from the American Airlines. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Portland leading. Johnson attacking. And that one drops.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance. And if you look at the numbers for Devin Booker, last season. I mean, he upped his assists and rebounding, his scoring and shooting percentages. He has continued to impress with his development.
Down low. Up and in on the layup.
Smart play call. Paul Millsap deadly once he gets the ball inside.
And then Biyombo with the dunk.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
The shot by Vonleh, no good. And Greg, if you know anything about Devin Booker, so dedicated to his craft. What's next for him, you think, in taking his game to the next level?
No doubt. I think it starts at the defensive end. I mean, he's one of the league's best at scoring the basketball, but defensively, I think that's going to be the challenge if he wants to become truly an elite player.
Here's Millsap. Pass to Hernangomez. Back to Millsap. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. Now Vonleh over Anderson. The shot by Vonleh, no good. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pass to Hernangomez. Millsap with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Millsap misses.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Trailblazers leading by 9. Johnson outside. Steve, we know plenty of NBA players who are still inconsistent at the free throw line. Just how much of a skill issue is free throw shooting and how much is mental?
You know, I think for a lot of guys that are up in size, just being able to shoot the basketball. I tried it shooting the volleyball when your hands are so big, and that is tough, and that's a skill. But then I see a lot of guys mentally, you can tell is bothering them because they change their routine from year after year. They keep finding different ways. They have to get comfortable, put in the work, and just stick to it. I think they go to too many different these shooting coaches saying, I have a quick fix, and usually it doesn't work, the quick fix.
You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
The man has been relentless scoring inside, attacking the rim every chance he gets. Their defense has been powerless to stop him. We'll see what adjustments they make coming out of this timeout.
So both teams changing it up here. Trailblazers leading by 9. Pass to Holmes. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Boy, he blew an easy layup, and he is furious with himself.
So it's Miami now. Noah high post. And they double up Cousins. Back to Noah. And here is Cousins. Trying to get something going. Zeller grabs the board.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Dinwiddie's shot is off. The Heat trail by 9. And it's Evans missing. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. They grabbed their own miss. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
Back to Johnson. Second chance shot. Johnson with the block. Now a timeout called by Portland.
要啊，上班。是啊。
Here's Evans. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Cousins. Got a hand on it.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight, it's held him back.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And that one's good. Cousins.
I mean, you have to credit the defense. All you can do is try to make it as difficult for Cousins as possible.
And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's there to do one thing, shoot.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch-and-shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone, and really his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
Here's Cousins. 1:11 left in the third.
He has not had the same focus we saw in that first half. Really struggling here in the second. And he shot the lights out in that first half, but seems to have lost some of his momentum after the break. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Heat trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Johnson. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Timeout called the Heat. Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
Out left to the wing. For 3, Olynyk goes back up. Here's Cousins. From down in the low post, it goes. Cousins has got 31 points.
It's amazing. No one can check him right now, but there's still work to do to cut into this lead.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noah. 19 seconds left to play here in the third. To the paint. White. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Launches a 3. Johnson, that's for 2. And so it's Portland, 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So it's Miami now, trailing by 13. Pass to Cousins. to the inside. And Noah with the slam.
And don't kid yourself about Cousins. He has the ability to see the whole floor, and he's willing to share the wealth.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
He is a scoring machine right now, but he needs more support from his teammates if they want to win this one.
And a high percentage look there, and he takes full advantage. Bumps up the lead.
Yeah, the lead now is double digits. Some tricky matchups out there. Not a lot of solutions.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Smitty, you had an unbelievable career. Was there any chance or opportunity that you did not take that you wish you had?
You know, Kevin, it's three of them. One, I had a chance to be traded to the New York Knicks. I always wondered what it would be like to play in New York. They call that the Mecca. I didn't take that chance. I think second was to get a chance to play overseas at the end of my career. I think those are the two things that I wish I had a chance to go back. I would make a different choice.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Down low. Here's White. Kicks it out to Johnson. Another shot. And he connects with the jumper. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
A shot by Johnson, no good. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Muhammad. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Timeout called, the Heat.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
Give it up for your Heat dancers. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Here's Hammonds. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And the Trailblazers making a change here. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. 6 to shoot. Bogdanovich. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Inside. It's stolen by Johnson. Bogdanovich wide open. From outside, off the mark.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game. Trailblazers leading by 18. Deflects the pass.
Johnson attacking. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Dropping dimes all night. He's been completely locked in.
Unselfish basketball. That'll make you very popular amongst your teammates.
And that versatility that Johnson offers has a huge upside. He's mobile and strong enough that he can defend either front court position, and that's a great tool for any team to have.
Biyombo, that's good.
You know what, didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Back to Johnson. Portland moving the ball around. That shot off.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
No, it's felt like that all game. He is just aggressive and finds ways to snag rebounds out of thin air sometimes.
Back to Millsap. Shot clock at 5. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Here's Johnson. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
Yes, and you're watching. Even this late in the game, they're still making plays. You got to love watching it.
And it's Miami with the rebound. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Heat trailed by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Devin Booker.
You know, when we talk about floor general, this is really what we mean. He was making the right reads, directing guys around, delivering passes that were on time and on point.
Here's Cousins. He can't get it to go. Now Portland takes it the other way for the 3. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
And he gets the bucket.
Sheer power by DeMarcus Cousins. It's a brave man who's willing to step in front of him when he's coming downhill.
Johnson can't hit.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. There's 14 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Cousins. Johnson with some nice D. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up.